Exactly. How much protein do men need after 40? Today, we're going to define the debate. We're going to stop the debate. We're going to put all the facts on the table because this morning, we're breaking it down so you can nail the perfect ratios between meetings, kids' breakfasts, and, well, yeah, that 9 p.m. fridge stare. And it all starts, Jimmy, right now, live on Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, Marty's here too, and friends. Welcome to Mornings in the Lab, where
when something negative comes up.
Building muscle improves blood flow.
From squirting to squirreling.
Start small, build up, and expand from there.
To be entertained by fun over here.
How have I slept? Has my sleep been good? That's
doesn't come from breaking the rules, you guys. Hey, there's that sound effect to get you out of bed in the morning. There's that sound effect to prevent the snooze button. There's that sound effect to remind you that Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, and friends is starting right now. Good morning. Welcome back. It's 8 o'clock live Eastern time, the live morning show where real talk, entertaining conversation, and motivating content move the needle for men who want to start strong and finish stronger. We're talking protein today, guys. Yes, we are. And if you are new here, I invite you to hit like. I invite you to subscribe. I invite you to say hi in the comments. We got the combined stream here, so whether you're on the vertical feed, the horizontal feed, we are bringing it all together into one combined experience live right now here on the Mornings in the Lab Live Network. We get up and get after it every single day, 8 o'clock here. And guys, this is an R-rated experience, so if you're here, you might be offended by something I can say. Sometimes it goes into X-rated. Yep, true story, true story, true story. So if you got kids around, put the headphones in, or walk the kids out of the room, or just tell them today's the day you're going to be educated on a bunch of words that you might be curious about. Good morning if you're brand here today. If you're here today live, you did not hit the snooze button, and I applaud you for that, because if you hit the snooze button, you're like the loser who's been laying there 9 minutes behind you. Congratulations for getting up and getting it after it today. You're getting it. You're getting your big goals. There's some dude in bed right now just hitting the snooze going, yeah, 9 minutes, 18 minutes, 27 minutes. Before he knows it, he is weeks, he's months, he's hours behind you. Not you, Sullivan. I know you are up, getting after it, and getting that progress. And we got one of the OGs here in the lab this morning. Mike Sullivan is here. And hey, what are we all about? We're your daily accountability partner, here to help you start your day with momentum. Just like Adam Holroyd, he doesn't hit the snooze button either. One of the OGs here in the Mornings in the Lab community. Hey guys, you guys can join the Mornings in the Lab community right now. Join, subscribe. Rahima, good morning. Good morning. See you there as well. Hey guys, coming up this morning in the big show, we got a guest coming up at the bottom of the hour. Fitz Kohler is here. We're going to talk, I don't know, Jimmy, actually, what the hell we're talking about. We got a guest coming up on the show here today, but hey, the morning loop, the great Hoodie Heist. Now, this is a goofy conversation that I think it affects all of us. The hoodie. Yeah. It seems like I get hoodies over the years and my kids all end up with them. So, well, it's just one of those light conversations to start today. We know Anderson lives in a tank top, but I got to think he's lost many hoodies over the years to his daughters. Where do they all go? Where do all the hoodies go that we've accumulated over the lifetime of just whatever? So we're going to talk hoodies. I got some current conversation stuff to throw on the table today. Dude, you're never too old to lead an organization. Ever. 80. Yes, Larry Ellison, back at it. True story. Why does it affect us? I'll tell you why. Because it just tells us that we're never too old to get started. We're never too old to keep going. We're never too old to contribute to society. Yes, Fitz Kohler, sick to strong, fitness that helps under pressure, and how to start today. Fitz Kohler will join us and bring the blueprint for getting sturdy when life's messy. Minimum effective dose training recovery that survives bad sleep, the exact on-ramp for the man who's starting again for the 8th time. We're going to steal her warm-ups, her weekly rhythm, and her pressure-proof mindset. Hey, deep dive. I'm going to ask some tough questions at John Anderson. John Anderson, how much protein do you really need after 40? maybe after 30, 35, 40. We're going to talk about it with Johnny, put some science on the table. Good morning, LinkedIn user. Been grinding since 5:30 a.m. No snooze protocol here. Let's go. Jimmy, I see it's LinkedIn user. Hey, LinkedIn user, I would invite you to come join us live over on the YouTube channel so we know what your name is. Yes, true mother. Story, 8 o'clock live Eastern time, YouTube, LinkedIn, and X. Although we're transitioning mostly to YouTube and X along the way. And hey, guys, other conversation. The Car Dad Challenge. Yeah, the Car Dad Challenge. True story. The Car Dad Challenge. 27 bags, no dignity. How many bags can you carry at once to your car when you're loading shit up, whether it's groceries, packing? Just kind of curious. Kind of a fun conversation. Purpose over paycheck. 4 ways to make your mission irresistible to talent. Yes, this is for all those builders and leaders out there. This is the sprint. 4 moves to make the mission the magnet. Clear purpose. Yeah, clear purpose. Lived values. Visible growth lanes, just like visible tan lines. Yeah, true story. And recognition that actually lands. Tight, actionable, done. That was Derek Roderick. Good morning, brother. Good to see you out there in the husband to Rebecca, father to Irie Lily, and the handsome chief himself. That's me. Good morning, Roderick. Good to have you in the community this morning. Of course, Maya Reyes, our very own. Jimmy, you know how we always like to take ownership of our staff. Our very own Maya Reyes will join us to talk about running Rebuilt. His identity, 50 minutes a week can rebuild yours. Life isn't a box of chocolates. Oh yeah, that's a little bit of a quote, maybe an old quote. So, nation, Jimmy, are we ready? From Hoodie Justice to Fitz's playbook to your protein number and a dad's strength grocery personal record, we've got you covered today. I'm going to pivot to the camera on the right. Jimmy's going to hit some buttons. Why? Because the morning loop, it starts right now.
Welcome to another loop at Mornings in the Lab, fellas.
Keith, John, crew, what's shaking?
Confession time. Who tried out Matt Cook's no climax rule yesterday? Tell us how it went in the comments. We're looking at you, Jimmy. We've got another awesome show lined up, plus a badass fitness innovator joining at the bottom of the hour. But first, real talk. Hoodies can disappear just as mysteriously as socks. We're going to talk about why it happens. Let's get this show started. Keith, John, the floor is yours.
Just looking at the calluses on my right hand here, Jimmy. Yeah, after that conversation with Matt Cook yesterday, and that conversation that Neiman just dropped there in the comments there. It's like you guys know my secret. Yeah, some calluses over here. Yeah, and I'm a switch hitter. I got calluses in the left hand too. So hey, nation, who followed Matt Cook's advice yesterday? You rubbed one out, but you didn't let it go. No, actually, Jimmy, it's actually rubbed one. Good time if you're out there listening, because I know you are. It's rubbed one, but not out. Yeah, that was the instructions from Matt Cook yesterday. So nation, if you find yourself a little bit, backed up today, maybe rub one without getting it out. Yeah, there you go. Because according to Matt Cook, there is value in that whole experience by rubbing one by not getting it out at the same time. Yep, exactly. All right, guys. Hey, what do we got on the table here today on the morning's conversation desk? I got a few things to throw on the table here today. So one of the topics that I'm going to throw on the table today is this idea that it is never too old to get started. I'm going to pull my notes up here. Guys, yesterday, I found some news. This is crazy, man. You guys know Oracle, data company? For the most part, it impacts all of us. Somewhere your data is touching this guy's company. Larry Ellison, the co-founder of Oracle. I want nobody to ever tell me that they're retired or they got nothing else to do. The guy's 80 years old. 80. Holroyd, 80. Good time. He's 80. Sullivan, 80 years old. And he's taken direct supervision of approximately 64,000 employees, representing 40% of the company's workforce. So just take that in. So there's a lot of dudes and dudettes think it to ourselves that, hey, good morning, Ricky McFarland. What a shaking. Ricky McFarland joining us live, Jimmy, in the Mornings in Live community. I see we've got the big dog joining us here, coming up here in a quick second. Hey, I forgot to do the call out. You guys can join the show with us live in the second hour. Jimmy, 431-300-3005, 431-300-3005. The only morning show that has a phone number like it's 1995. So, Ricky, if you got nothing to do in the bottom of the second hour, phone me. Send me a text, send me a voicemail. Jimmy, let's bring the big dog up on the screen, see what he's up to here today. And I know he has something to say about Mr. Ellison. What's going on, brother? How are you, man?
Good, brother. What an interesting morning. Holy shit.
Do tell.
Yeah, just very, very different. It's been like the last night. We ended up, Terry got some. She got some food. There was some beef and some chicken and a little bit of pork.
Yeah.
I don't eat much pork. That's just me, you know.
Okay, yeah, just a choice.
It's because it's dirty. You know, it's like
yes.
the pigs will eat anything.
100%. Yes.
Especially down here, you know. Anyway, so I didn't eat much, but fuck, it was good. Well, clearly I took a bite or two too much. And I could kind of all night I was like sleeping, not feeling well. You know?
Oh,
excuse me. Anyway, so it just didn't go through me well. So I wake up this morning and I still kind of feel a little raunchy in the gut, you know. Yeah. So I'm brushing my teeth, you know, like I normally do.
Yeah.
I can normally pop that gag reflex, not a big deal. Did I hit that gag reflex and fucking pow? One time out comes my fucking eggs and a bunch of that pork.
Are you kidding me?
Dude, it just sat in there all night.
Oh, no. Good morning.
Yeah.
Good morning. Hello, Mr. Toilet. Hey. Oh, dude, that's horrible.
It went right in the sink. It came out so fast. I was, you know, when you're doing this at the end, brushing your tongue.
Yeah.
One little too deep. Pap. There it was.
Dude.
Yeah. So crazy enough it came out. I immediately started like burping. You know, usually when I'm burping, that says my digestion's starting to move.
Yeah.
Anyway, made it feel much better. Got going with the rest of my morning.
Well, it's funny how that works. Eh? Sometimes you just got to get it out, right? Either the back end or the front end, but it gets out, and it's like your gut's like, I just needed to get that out of you so you can proceed with your day. Eh?
Yeah, and I was shitting up a storm pretty good. My body was trying, but it didn't go far enough down.
Hey, I got to tell you something, man. You're looking pretty jacked today. I'm just looking, you know, Jimmy, put him up on the screen here. Put me down on the small screen there, Jimmy. But Anderson's looking pretty good here today. I don't know if it's your skin, if it's your peptides, if you're looking a little tight here today. But I'm telling you, man, you're looking pretty fucking good today.
It's probably all the above.
I'm thinking that it is. You know, I every now and then I got to drop a few props to you, man. But you're looking good. I'll tell you what's looking good. You know, we always say that it's never too late to get started. I don't know if you heard my little diatribe here as you're getting into it, but Larry Ellison, the co-founder of Oracle, he's been around for a while, and you know, we anything we do online somewhere along the way, I'm sure he touches our data. Dude, Johnny, the guy's 80 years old. Yesterday, he went back to work to take control of 40% of the workforce, essentially 64,000 people now reporting to the 80-year-old.
No shit, because my cousin, her husband works for Oracle.
Yes.
And they actually moved him to the UK. I've been asking him to do it for years, but he's like, okay. I won't go till my kids are out of college, or excuse me, in college.
Yeah.
He runs the whole, whatever the fucking district is, the whole region over there for Oracle.
That's fascinating. Well, I find
I'm wondering if he ended up getting clipped in this process.
Well, I think what's telling for me is that it just shows it's never too late to get started, and not so much not too late to get started.
Keep going.
That's what I'm trying to say. Yes, this race to retirement, or this, okay, I'm 70, I should slow down now. Well, why? If you're happy and you're enjoying it, keep going. Ellison proves it.
Dude, speaking of Oracle, right? So, you know, I don't lean on my cousin's husband for information, but I could just tell by the way they're living, things are going pretty fucking well for them.
Oh yeah.
So I bought fucking Oracle options.
Oh yes.
And so, because the option for people don't know, you don't have to buy the stock. You're just
That's
buying. You're buying it's like your bets. You're betting on the stock.
Mm-hmm.
That thing ran out 1 month before it would have gone up like fucking 1,500%.
Oh shit.
Oh, I was like, you son of a bitch. The worst part was too, as I actually sold it a little early because if you don't fucking sell it, you got nothing at the end. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah. Yes.
So it probably would have made me something, but God, that would have been one that was really cool. I'd been sitting on that thing for a long time.
Dude, I'll tell you right now, man. I've made more money doing puts and options and calls and puts than anything when I'm buying a stock, man. And that's a strategy most people don't pay attention to. I can see you nodding there. I had my investment guy teach me about it years ago. I've done more on that than I have by owning a stock. True story.
Well, the thing that I don't like about is that in these volatile markets, if the fucking stock market crashes, because you got to put in 50 grand to have any real value in the stock.
Yeah.
You can put in 5 grand and make more off the fucking option. So you can invest a fraction, and you just got to be you got to be ready to lose it. But if the market fucking crashes, 50 grand doesn't vanish like a fart. 5 does.
Yeah. You know what it is, John, too, is that we have been taught as humans we've been taught to chase the trophy. I want to own, quote unquote, the stock. Yet you're saying, well, actually,
I could give 2 shits about the stock. I want the money from the stock.
So I'm going to use a metaphor. You're saying, no, I don't really care about the trophy. I just want to own the base because the base pays me all the time. The base has a good time, So it's just a different mindset, actually. So, hey, Johnny, coming up at the bottom of the hour, imagine this. You are bald, brutalized by chemotherapy, sleeping on a hotel bathroom floor at 2 a.m. because the world won't stop spinning. Your alarm goes off at 4 a.m. You drag yourself off the cold tile. You put on your brave face and you step into a stage in front of 30,000 runners. Coming up, bottom of the hour, Fitz Kohler's joining us to have that conversation with us.
What was the first thing you said? You're a bald?
Yeah, she's bald. Brutalized by chemotherapy. So, you've been chemo John.
Okay. Yeah. No, I feel her. I'm chemo John at different points in the show.
Yeah, so we got a cancer survivor coming up, Fitz Kohler. I see you, Fitz. I see you there in the community. I look forward to having you in here very soon here. Sit back and enjoy the fun conversation. Jay, what's going on? I see you there in the comments. Thanks for joining us live here on the show. Mornings in the Lab, Keith and John, 8 o'clock Eastern time, live, YouTube, LinkedIn, and X, Monday through Friday. Hey, Johnny, get this, brother. This is a fun one too, and this just tells us the age of the world we're living in. And this is not going to surprise you. It doesn't surprise me, but the impact, I think people aren't going to wrap their heads around this yet. 97% of humans cannot tell AI music from human-made music. They surveyed.
I might be one of those.
You and me both, but get this. They surveyed. So this is not just 10 people, Johnny. Close to 10,000 people they surveyed, and a lot of the responses after were, I don't know how I really feel about that, because people are starting to recognize the impacts now, which was, you mean that wasn't a human creating that? No, that was all digital art. Oh, okay, that's kind of and as a matter of fact, a segue to that, the number one country single coming up on Billboard, all AI generated as well. So it just continues to paint the picture of the future.
Well, dude, wait, so is it different than eating a fucking McDonald's Big Mac that was created in test tube?
Oh, are you going to go to ultra processed foods with me right now too? Because I got something for you.
You know what I mean? Do you see what I'm saying? It's like if we're going to worry about fake music, why don't we worry about fake food?
It's the same shit, dude. It's the exact same shit. Speaking of, brother, here's something for us. Hey, women, Fitzy, ears up. And Fitz, you don't strike me as somebody who does this. Women who consume high amounts of UPF, ultra processed foods, they show distinct changes in their DNA that may increase health risks. John did a study, 45% daily calories from UPF, and women's DNA changed along the way because they were consuming all of that crap. I'm paraphrasing it, but there's a study here basically continuing to support what we keep banging the drum on, John. Put the fucking UPF away.
Good. I mean, I don't know what else you want. It's like,
Well, it's true. There's nothing else to say to it, right? It's just that common. Here's the thing, though. It's just common, repeatable, but yet we still go down to the grocery store and crush it, right? I wonder this, brother. Here's a question for you. So here in Canada, I don't know about the States. Here in Canada, they put a bunch of horrible images on cigarette packages. So when you buy cigarettes, you're reminded of how much it's killing you. I wonder if we started putting really shitty images on UPFs, if people would have second choices. Just asking the question for a friend.
I don't know, but I think like this: if you were to, let's just say, a nice car,
Yeah.
and you decided, well, shit, I'm going to start running. I'm going to save some money. I'm kind of lazy, so I'm going to start putting kerosene in the gas tank.
Yeah.
Gasoline, and it starts having trouble. Are you going to? Does that people understand that? Well, it's not. That's not the right fuel for the car.
Yes.
Same exact thing for the
Yes, it
body.
is. It absolutely is.
To the T. It'll run, but fucking terribly, and it's ultimately going to blow the fucker up.
Yeah. It's there's certainly much truth to that. Hey, Jimmy, if you have that clip of that robot in Russia, put it on the screen here, man. It's fucking funny. So I know because I'm nerd here with the dual tango here at Keith and John. I'm the nerd amongst the two of us, and I like to find the nerdy robot stuff that makes us laugh and makes me laugh. Well, listen, Russia unveiled their first, because we know, so Johnny, we know we keep talking about China, the US, and the rest of the world with robots, right? Because we keep waiting for robots to show up. Well, this is funny, man. Russia unveiled their robotics event last night. Jimmy, run this clip, man. This is fucking funny. Run this. Watch. Clearly, Jimmy. Clearly,
That's got to be a fucking joke, dude.
Clearly, they're a little bit behind in the world of robotics in Russia.
They did that. They did that just to make us think.
Is that what they did? Yeah.
Dude, I'm telling you, like in the check this out in the peptide world.
Yeah.
Just about every fucking major kick-ass nootropic has been discovered by a Russian scientist.
Oh, no kidding.
Just about every one of them.
Oh,
unbelievable.
Yeah.
These fucking guys have technology like we've never seen. They're just smart enough not to fucking tell everybody about it.
Well,
that was right. That was a fucking hustle right there. Jesus Christ. You could even see by the first fucking step he took, he wasn't programmed. They even had the two people there to catch his ass.
Dude, no different than when Elon unveiled Optimus last year with people fucking dressed up in fabric suits. He's like, okay, that's what he did. He's like, he dressed up humans in fabric suits and walked them on stage. As a matter of fact, this week in China, they unveiled a robot Johnny on stage, and it was walking so fluently. They actually they cut the fabric out on the robot on stage to show the humans that it was actually a robot. Yeah. Hey, Jimmy, let's throw that bridge up there. So I know you like me are as fascinated by big shit, and just because we're men, construction stuff or big engineering feats. Well, I put this clip on the show a few months ago, literally a few months ago. There's this one of the world's largest bridges being built in China. And I was fascinated by it. I remember your comment on
some of these fucking mega structures are
dude, unbelievable. Yesterday, Johnny, it fucking fell down. Watch this. So here's the actually, Jimmy, this is not the one.
This real footage.
Yeah, so this is the one of them building it. So Jimmy, just if you can get to the second clip there, Jim, there's a second clip there. You'll see it. So this was that was the one being built, Johnny. But then just yesterday, it fucking fell apart.
Suspension bridge. That's crazy.
And nobody died. Like, but my point is, I get fascinated by these big mega structures too. So here it is right here. So check this out. So that you watched it being built.
Lord.
Yeah.
What made it fall? What was it?
It was a landslide. They had a landslide, like a landslide off the side of the mountain there.
So it wasn't really engineering issue.
No,
it was nature that said, "Fuck you, you're not closing the gap on my hair."
Right? Yeah, fuck you. We're not going to kick around here because you're not lasting it. You're not lasting it. Hey,
well, it was Mother Nature saying you're not supposed to cross this gap.
That's it. So, hey, I know you're a tank top guy. Hey, coming up in a couple minutes, we got Fitz Kohler joining us, guys. So stick around for that big conversation. Excited to welcome Fitz into the lab here. Hey, so I know you're a tank top guy. I know you got 3 daughters, and I know you have been around a bevy of beauties through the younger part of your life. So I'm wondering along the way whether you have had some favorite hoodies that keep vanishing. Just some fun little conversation here. I have kids, and I seem to get favorite hoodies every now and then they leave. Is that the same thing with you too?
And I give them to my girls.
Oh, do you give them to the girls? Yeah.
Because they love them. I don't wear that stuff very often. And so if you play the reverse psychology, you when you get them, not get these big fucking boxes full of this stuff. Hey guys, take
Yes.
what you want. Let them take
Yes.
what they want. And then what ended up happening is they end up bringing you hoodies from different.
Dude, Carter.
Your favorite hoodie keeps going missing. We're digging into why it happens and how to keep it simple at home. It's not theft, it's a habit. Comfort sticks to hoodies and they start living at someone else's place.
Some hoodies are non-negotiable. Some are fine to loan. Know which is which before it walks out.
Premium drops and perfect fits disappear fastest. If it's your go-to, don't leave it on the chair. Simple way to keep favorites without fights. Sort your rotation and label the loaners.
Dude, Carter walked into the house a couple days ago, and I swear, John, everything he was wearing was my clothes. His jacket, his sweater, his pants. I'm like, dude, what the hell, man? You go shopping in my closet? So when I was putting together today's show, I was like, well, fuck, there you go. I wonder how many times John has lost his hoodie to his girls, because I know how much you love your girls, and I'm thinking you probably lost many clothes to your kids along the way.
Yeah, I mean, I rarely buy a hoodie. All this
Yeah,
shit.
yeah. Yes.
It's just simple. I just open up the box, take what you want, guys.
And I want to say this too before we welcome Fitz Kohler in the lab here in a couple minutes. Dude, I saw your drop on IG yesterday, and I don't know if it was recorded yesterday or if it was in the can from weeks ago, but I certainly enjoyed the perspective, and maybe we can rant about it for a good minute or so. Too many folks are still waiting for one day or someday or the next day to get started. And I loved it, man, because you're just like, fuck, man. If you're going to get started, like now, like, what are you waiting for? Let's lean into that for a couple seconds, brother.
Yeah. I mean, well, here's the thing people understand is it becomes this rhetorical thought process. And
Yes,
they don't even fucking know it.
Rhetorical thought process. And it becomes a self-serving rhetorical thought process because we keep convincing ourselves that we'll do it tomorrow.
Well, because that's the brain. Because anytime you find yourself, trying to do something that's uncomfortable, the brain senses as a threat. Just no, do tomorrow, do it later.
John, part of it, I wonder though, is it because we are worried as humans that we're going to have to shed what we have become comfortable with, which is our normal. Hear me out. So I sign up with you you be my mentor, and you're going to help me change my life. That's an acknowledgement on my behalf that what I am today needs to change. And that's scary, dude. That's a fucking scary thing, because maybe it's my routines. And I know you're going to say to me, yeah, but Bill, it's the other side is you're going to go down a fat path. You're going to die. You're going to all these things. I'm just going along with you here that we both recognize that it's tough to recognize that you have to shed that skin, brother.
Well, you got to process this thought. At some point, the pain of your reality is going to become greater than the pain of change.
Oh,
It
yes.
will happen.
Yes.
So why are you going to fucking waste 10 years for that to slowly? It's like a boa constrictor. All of a
Yes.
sudden one day you're like, fuck, I can't breathe. How did I get here? Well, that's because you've been waiting for 10 years.
Yes.
So this process will happen. You will die. There's things that we can't stop. And if you're using these excuses and phrases to make life too easy on yourself, you're paying the reality. And for most people, it turns out to be health.
Yes, absolutely. Yes.
So you're either going to invest in your health now, or you're going to invest in your health later. The difference is when you're investing now, you're making a better quality of life. When you're doing it later, you're just fighting to fucking survive.
Well, you know what, pal? Our guest coming up here, so I'm going to run a 90-second intro. So if you want to sneak away for your little break, you do that when I do this intro. But our next guest coming up actually lives what we're talking about right now. Because, brother, 6 weeks after that clean mammogram we talked about, she found a lump within 60 seconds. Johnny, get this, brother. Not 60 minutes, not next fucking week, not one day. It was this, I'll call tomorrow. 60 seconds. She picked up, made the call, made the appointment, and John, that decision saved her life.
Want a longer life, more energy, and training you actually enjoy? Her simple formula works even on brutal days. Fitz Kohler is CEO of Fitness International, fitness innovator, professional race announcer, author, and keynote speaker. She is the voice of finish lines in Los Angeles, Philadelphia, Big Sur, Buffalo, and the DC superhero series. She founded the Morning Mile, now in over 350 schools, with families logging more than 1 million miles. During 15 months of chemo, 33 radiation treatments, and surgeries, she tripled her business with disciplined exercise and nutrition. About a year post-treatment, she ran Boston and kept building, writing, speaking, hosting the fitness show, Top 3%. She serves grown-ups who want to live better and longer, including busy men who think fitness is out of reach. She is 5 years cancer-free, proving small daily choices stack into strength, real hope, and lasting longevity. Nearly a decade as a full-contact kickboxer taught her discipline and joy, so training feels powerful instead of punishing. Her core belief: keep fitness fun, prioritize strength training, skip fads and pills, move daily, eat like an adult, repeat. Fitz, welcome to the big show. So happy to have you here, and we're looking forward to the conversation.
Our very own smoke show, Sophia Grant is bringing in Fitz Kohler, fitness innovator, master's degree holding, badass race announcer extraordinaire, full contact big kickboxer, mother of two, not three, not one, but two. Yes, and oh yeah. She fucking whooped breast cancer's ass while traveling the country announcing marathons. Fitz, welcome to the show.
Oh, thank you so much for that extraordinary introduction. I love you guys.
Dude, where are you joining us from here today?
Gainesville, Florida, where we do this thing in all kinds of weather.
Wah, wah, wah. We had a dude on the show yesterday. I think he said it was 38 yesterday over in Florida. How cold is it for you this morning?
Cold. I haven't been outside, but it's too cold. So I'm happy to be in my studio with you.
So before we get into all the chitter chatter, get at her, I just want to pause on behalf of human to human, just say and just share some love from me to you about your battle and you kicking cancer's ass. Fucking rights, girl.
Thank you. Thank you. It wasn't a lot of fun. I give cancer 0 stars, 2 thumbs down. It was brutal, but you know, life on the other side is better than ever. And I appreciate every day even more. And as I've been preaching my entire career, I started teaching fitness at 14, is health freaking matters. And when someone stares you in the face and says, you have cancer, all of a sudden you realize health freaking matters. It doesn't matter how cool your house is, how cool your car is, what kind of guitar you got. All you want is health. And so I deliver that to people on a silver platter if they're willing to take a bite.
John Anderson, Fitz Kohler, John Anderson.
Hi.
How are you, Fitz? Well, I got to say, you know,
Excellent.
you basically you've done the hardest thing known to man.
Yes.
Well, caveat there. I can only imagine there's 0 things more difficult than losing a child. So I feel so blessed that my struggle has been cancer, and my kids been roaming around being awesome. So yeah, cancer's tough. There are tougher things, but it's also that perspective that got me through it.
So let's start there if we can. Let's take this journey at that moment. And I'm a fan, Fitz, of starting at the moment where most people I don't think start. I want to take you, me, and John to the moment before the moment. Because you don't just get cancer. You don't just wake up and go to the doctor and all of a sudden be diagnosed. Like there's a period where you're not feeling well. There's a period where things just aren't right. There's a period where you're questioning yourself. There's a period that, you know, there's just things happening. And then there's a moment in your own head, in your own mirror, Fitz Kohler, I'm asking to be vulnerable here, where you're fucking scared. You're scared like a son of a bitch. And then you make the call to go to the doctor because you're like, I think something's up. Share with us and share with our audience those moments behind the moments that gave you the courage to go get this taken care of.
Well, this is why I think I'm exhibit A on what people should pay attention is there was nothing wrong with me. In fact, cancer never made me sick. Cancer never made me feel hurt. The treatment did, but I was actually out running a race that weekend. I was at the top of my game. I mean, I'm a fitness pro, I'm a race announcer, I'm a vegetarian, I'm doing everything right. I have the energy of the gods. And then I find this lump. And so, you know, it was pretty quickly where I went from lump to phone call. I ran the race that weekend. They said, can you come in tomorrow? And I was like, no, I'm running a race, but how about Monday? Monday, I got the appointment. Thursday, I had the ultrasound. It was during the ultrasound where the radiologist said, you know, and I could see the mass on the ultrasound. I could see her screen. She goes, you know, this mass is something to look at. She goes, but there's also several hard swollen lymph nodes I'm concerned about. And that's when the waterworks just started. And I thought, oh my God, I'm definitely dying because sadly I knew too much. Some people might not know what the lymph nodes mean, but
Yep.
it means
Yeah.
a spread. And I
Yes.
went and I
Yeah.
knew I'd gone from clean mammogram with nothing to 6 weeks later, sizey tumor,
Damn.
spread. I just thought I'm a goner. And I thought, gosh, I'm going to make that like Dateline story of the fitness expert who did everything right and died this tragic death. And I didn't want to die and I didn't want to lose my hair and all that stuff, but I just
Well,
couldn't bear the thought.
you did the story. It's just you whooped its ass.
I did. I mean, but he's asking what it felt like. It felt like
Yeah.
I am dying, and that weighed heavily. I'd never felt any stress ever. All the stress I'd ever have in my life combined did not feel like it felt that day, that week, until finally some doctor started saying, "No, we have a plan to cure you. Trust us."
That happens often where people have no clue that it started and they just stumble across it in a checkup or some weird next thing, oh, holy shit. They had no clue, no pain, no signal. All of a sudden they're in the fight.
Yeah, yeah, and so I've just spent the last 6 years telling people, "It's your hands, it's your stuff." I mean, for me, I got out of the shower and went like this. I was naked and I touched myself. Yes, but yeah, I found a lump right there, and I tell people, "It's your hands, your stuff. You got to squeeze. You got to put your hand in your shirt, pop a feel. Put your hands in your pants, squish stuff around. If you see something, say something, right?"
Yeah, yeah. Fitz, you go through that experience, it scares the hell out of you. You beat
Yeah,
it. What
yeah.
scares you today?
Only losing my children. Other than that, cancer has made me fucking fearless. Like I will do
Yeah.
all the things that seem fun to me. I have no ego. I don't care about your opinion. I don't care about challenges when it comes to work or physical capabilities. Nothing scares me. There's only one thing, and that's the loss of Ginger and Parker. Other than that, cancer has expanded my energy and my wish list, and it's made me even more full throttle than before. So you know how some people say like, oh, cancer was the best thing that ever happened to me, and I'm so grateful. That's that. I'm not grateful for cancer. If I could go back and unclick that switch, I would, but I can't. So I'm making lemonade, and yeah, I don't know what scares me. I don't know.
Johnny?
Yeah, I think it's wonderful everything you're saying. I have a client. It was God 4 or 5 years ago. He got they found out he had cancer in like the last month of our time together. And I just told him, I said, look, dude, your money's no good. I'm going to keep checking on you every week until you're through this. He went through it 2 times. He got through it, it came back, got through it again, came back. And that's what I just kept telling him. I said, dude, you're fighting the biggest fight. You win this, what else do you have to fear? And it's just like now that he's through it, he's starting that climb back. And it's just like he's got a new lease on life, just like you're saying. It's just wonderful to hear that.
Well, I'm going to send in my book, Your Healthy Cancer Comeback, because that's one of the great blessings of this thing is helping other people through it.
Yeah.
Fitz, we often talk on the show about vulnerability and encouraging, our audience is largely men, about being vulnerable and sharing emotions and sharing them their full selves to their kids, to their family, to their colleagues, to the world. In your book, you talk about crying almost every day during your treatment. Yet, it struck me that you never let your kids see that. You'd go to your bathroom, you'd go to the car. And as a mom going through hell, do you struggle to this day, Fitz, reconciling that you maybe held that emotion in and did not share that with them? Or do you sit back now as a mom and recognize that you protected them? Or is there a conversation in the future with them where you recognize that maybe you would do it differently again by showing them that it's okay to have that emotion? Fitz.
Oh, that's a really a thoughtful question, and I know some men certainly will deal with that too. Cancer was a real burden on them. It stressed them to the max already. Seeing
Yes.
me sick, there were some things I couldn't hide. I couldn't hide the fact that I was sick. I couldn't hide the fact that I was bald and gray. They were watching me wither away, and
How did you tell
so
them?
oh, well, I waited till I got some quality information from my doctor. And so I separated them. My daughter, Ginger, she's 2 years older than Parker. So she was 15, he was 13. And it actually, dealing with babies has got to be a real nightmare during cancer. But they knew, like, we had just supported a family friend as she died of pancreatic cancer. So they just witnessed their friend's mom die. And so I separated them. He's very reserved, and she's a very big personality. And so we told him first. And my delivery was, hey, bad news, good news. I found a lump. I've had some appointments. It turns out I had breast cancer. But the great news, doctor says I'm going to be curable. So I'm going to look kind of weird. I'm going to feel kind of bad, but I'm going to be just fine. Even though I didn't believe that, that's what I told him.
Yeah.
And he just said the sweetest. He said, Mommy, I think you're going to look so cute bald. And I thought, oh gosh, thank you. Thank you. And so he went on to do something. I brought Ginger out, had the same conversation, and she just wailed. I mean, it was dramatic and excruciating for the both of us. Cause honestly, I was telling her I was going to live when I really wasn't fully convinced myself. But and they're resilient. It was pretty quick where they were making fun of my bald head like in a heartbeat. So thankfully they're engaged in their lives and their sports and school and so forth. But all the tears, I didn't want to burden them more with my grief, with my
Yeah.
stress. And so
Yeah.
I would go do that alone. And I tell you what, my daughter, she can't talk about it. She's never read my book, My Noisy Cancer Comeback. I present at the University of Florida. Sometimes she'll come into the room and she'll hear me talking about this, and you can see she just shuts down. So yeah, I don't regret hiding my tears. I think if I would have boo-hooed all over the house, it would have made it even more taxing on them, which probably wouldn't have been very fair, right?
Yeah.
Agree. I so agree with that approach. I think that I would have played it the exact same way.
Yeah. It's hard to argue with it. Hey, so we have a co-host. Marty is running a little bit behind this morning. Jim, let's bring Marty in here. I wanted Marty to be part of this conversation as well. I got a lot of love for Marty here. Fitz meet Marty. Marty meet Fitz. Christopher Martin's one of the co-hosts here on the show. He had a little bit of struggles with his schedule this morning here. So Marty, good to have you on the show here, brother. Marty meet Fitz. Marty Fitz beat cancer, kicked cancer's ass, and we're having a good conversation with her on how she had the conversation with her children. But Fitz, we got a great comment from the community here. Dr. John Petrocelli. He's our professor of bullshit. He's a regular on the show here. He has a great comment. Positive test results do not ipso facto mean that something is present. It could be a false positive test results. Doctors should know what conditional probabilities are, but they often do not. And I guess that goes about how information is presented. So good comment. Fitz, you want to comment on John's comment there?
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's why they follow up. Like they started with a mammogram, an ultrasound, and then went to a biopsy and got positive results, and had a MRI positive results. And so I think that's probably why they double down on, scans and testing the actual genetic material of your disease. So yeah.
Can you imagine they start pumping you full of poison? Oh, I guess we didn't really research this enough. We took all your hair away, and it was a mistake.
Right. Yeah. Wouldn't like that.
No.
Fitzy, we talk again on this show often about non-negotiables. Matter of fact, good segue, which is why which is why Marty's here. During your journey, you got on 30 planes during 15 months of chemo, guys. Like this girl didn't settle down. She's like, I got fucking shit to do. Race directors were arranging IV fluids for you in Buffalo, Kansas, California. Sometimes nurses came to the hotel room. So I gotta ask it. And I'm thinking a lot of people were asking the same question. Like, Fitz, why didn't you just cancel? Like, what made showing up to you such a non-fucking negotiable that you did all of that to fulfill your obligation?
Well, there's a couple things. I mean, I decided cancer, was going to take some of my good feelings, was certainly taking my hair, but I was not letting it steal the career I had worked so hard for decades to build. And I was at this, apex point where I loved what I do. My events were spectacular. And then I'm also addicted to these people. Like every single person that I see at a start line or during my keynotes, I'm obsessed with them. And I just knew that if I did stay home and the XYZ marathon was taking place without me, I would just be sad. And so I wasn't willing to inflict any more punishment on myself than already was. And, the magic was when I'd suffered through the travel, and I was very sick, really. I mean, all the cancer patients are very different. We have different issues, right? Mine was full throttle illness the whole time. Imagine if you ate last night a whole bunch of rancid shrimp and steak, and then dropped a gallon of rancid
I
milk
did
and
that.
pork.
It
Yeah.
happened to John this morning.
Your perfect example's perfect. I had some nasty pork last night, so I'm with you.
There you go. So all of those things, and then you had to exist today. So that's how sick I was every day. And so travel was really hard. But the magic and you said in the intro, I'd often sleep on those hotel bathroom floors, but alarm would go off. I'd get up, I'd get over there. And the second I'd step on my stage, every single thing that was wrong with me disappeared. I wasn't sick. I wasn't tired. I wasn't suffering. I was propelled by human fueled adrenaline, and I got to be full force Fitz Kohler again. As long as I had an athlete on the course or a person in the audience, it was magical. It was such a wonderful time. And so, and then also, I apparently still had bills to pay, and so work was necessary. So I love my work, and it was meaningful, but also money, right?
Oh,
But,
so what you're saying is that
there's real quick. There's a state of mind that you're living by. Like, I'm not at all comparing my little miniature this morning to what you went through.
Right.
But I puked up this pork along with my eggs from breakfast. Basically, cleaned up my mouth and went out and did burpees.
Attaboy. Yeah.
It's like, okay, I know this is going to make me feel better.
Yeah. And isn't it interesting how some people are willing to be taken down completely by a cold, or they get on the internet and they're like, pray for me. I sprained my ankle. And I'm thinking, oh my gosh, you're eating up the prayers on your sprained ankle. Get a grip, snap out of it, buck up and do your thing. Come on, folks. It's tricky. It's tricky. Humans.
But it makes you feel better. I felt better after the burpees. I could have sat there and wallowed in the fact that I just uked up my breakfast and last night's shit.
Yeah.
But I was like, I know this is going to make me feel better. And I'm going to feel better if I forge through the morning.
Yeah. Yeah. And wouldn't it be interesting if everybody had a list of things that they were passionate about, that they loved, that when things went wrong, they just did those things. For me, it's my work, it's outdoors, it's dogs, it's music. I have a list. So if I feel sad or I feel sick, I go to those things and then they lift me up. And some people just wallow, they bask in the grief. They play the sad music. It's just it's okay to be sad for the moment, but it's not okay to wallow.
You can't, the cancer can't take away your passion.
No. And so many people do. The second they get diagnosed, their family says, hide out, stay at home, wear a mask. And then they, let's say they have 3 months to live. Now they spend the last 3 months of their life just hiding out at home. F that. You got cancer? Are you going to fear a cold? Get out, go do stuff, go do everything, make every day count. If someone put an expiration date on my foot, I would make every second count between now and then.
Yeah. Marty.
Yeah, no, this is amazing. I'm actually dealing with so I'm a fitness coach, and a lot of my clients are blaming the cold on being late to workouts and stuff like that. So I'm right there with you. I see all types of things holding people back. But as far as living your life to the fullest, I mean, why do people have to wait till cancer to do that? We should be doing that anyway. So Johnny talks about that all the time. So I'm right there with you 100%.
Yeah, well, hopefully people are willing to listen. They hear from those of us who've been through it and got through it in a positive way, and are better. And they think, okay, maybe I can just start living better without having to do cancer. Maybe I could just choose this for myself, right? I don't need a death-defying injury or disease. Maybe I could just start making better choices and living better.
Why wait for a tragedy to
from
make a change? Why wait for a tragedy to change your life?
Yeah. Good morning, everybody. Hanging out with Keith, John, and Marty, and our guest Fitz Kohler. Fitz kicked cancer's ass, and she's bringing her attitude to the show today. I got to just pause, Johnny. She's bringing the energy, man. She might be kind of like one of us. I'm feeling like she strikes me as somebody that does the shit that nobody else wants to do. Like
well, are you kidding me? Listen to what she just told us.
Yeah, like it's incredible to me. So, which leads me to this, Kohler. You said stubbornness is your greatest asset. And I know Johnny and maybe myself and Marty might share some of those same traits, but also your greatest curse. When has stubbornness been a curse And give me an example where you reflect and you're like, man, I'm just too stubborn. I got to slow down.
Well, I'm a glutton for punishment. I mean, I would definitely say a trillion hours in airports and on airplanes with violent stomach bug like symptoms was, I'd get there and I'd think, I knew why I was going, but in the process, sometimes it was just murder. There was so much punishment. And during the time I just wasn't really telling anybody because, I know my role is as a beacon of health and happiness. And so, people would see me with this shit-eating grin on social media, like, everything's great, have a great day. And I'd be, the second I got off. So I definitely set myself up for doing hard things. But I want what I want, and I'm not even willing to stand in my own way.
Speaking of standing in your own way, you successfully launched a book, Supercharged. Books, yes. Supercharged, the exact formula for fitness, weight loss, and longevity. What was that journey like writing the book, launching it, and tell us a little bit about the book, Fitz.
Right. So Use Supercharged actually comes out next week, and I'm ecstatic. This one is the masterpiece. This one is over 400 pages, 34 chapters, over 300 instructional photos. It's got everything for all adults who want to look, feel, and perform better. So I've been working on this one for 2 years, and I wrote most of it on airplanes. And I don't know, I mean, golly, it's a colossal undertaking, but I am so excited because it really just targets everything. There's massive chapters on supercharged nutrition. The everything exercise chapter is actually 80 pages. That's the one that, people always wonder how, when, how hard, and so forth. That answers all the questions. It's all the questions I've ever had in decades of being a fitness professional, where people came to me and said, but it's all there. There's chapters for men, man mode. You'll love that. You want to learn how to earn the most powerful pecker on the planet? Boom, chapter man mode, right for you. We've got full throttle femininity, aging like a badass, raising supercharged families. And we've got chapter on why your excuses are lame, where I just hammer everybody for their lame excuses that they dish out. I can't be fit. I have a job. Oh, boo freaking who. We all have jobs. If you have a job, that's more evidence that you can be fit. You're proving discipline by showing up and doing the thing. And so, I'm so stoked about getting this book in everybody's hands. And hopefully people will invest in it, not only for themselves, but for every person they know for Christmas and Hanukkah and Festivus.
What are you most proud of about the book, Fitz? Like the most proud?
The capacity for it to change people's lives. It's all in there. But of course, the readers have to be willing, I think, as evidence if they buy the book or open it up. But this book is filled with so many golden nuggets. If you consume it, you are bound to change. Yeah, for sure.
Coming up in the second hour, guys, how much protein do you really need after the age of 40? We got the human experiment himself. Anderson's going to put it on the table. We're talking protein hour 2. Right now, we're hanging out with Fitz Kohler. Fitz wears cowboy boots, loves vulgar rap and country musics. She loves a tiny piece of chocolate every single day. She drives a Jeep Wrangler. You're like a fitness guru, rodeo cowboy who had a baby. I'm telling you, man, you just are you're a walking contradiction, Fitz Kohler.
You know so many things about me.
Well, I did my research before today's show.
Clearly you did, yes. Oh, and the boots make me happy. Do you guys wear cowboy boots?
I don't anymore, no.
I got a couple pair, but I really don't wear shoes anymore.
Nah, I'm not here. Not in DC. I'm not wearing cowboy boots.
I was going to say, Marty, can I? Look at Marty. Do you think Marty wears cowboy boots?
I want to tell you, there are a few things sexier than a black cowboy. So put on those boots, Marty, wherever you are. It's hot. Yeah, do that, please.
Thank you. Thank you for the suggestion.
Good morning, Season Strength. Joining us, you'll love this conversation this season. Hang out with Fitz Kohler. She kicked cancer's ass, and she's here to talk about that journey as well as the books that she's recently launched. You Supercharged, the exact formula for fitness, weight loss, and longevity. Fitzy, as we work towards wrapping up, where can folks connect with you, find you, engage with you? And is there anything that you wanted to make sure we talked about today that we did not get to today?
Oh, well, as far as finding me, my home base for everything is fitsness.com. That's
Nice.
FITZNESS.com. Everything's there. The books are being sold there. I've got free shipping. Anyone who orders books there, I sign them all. I put in free gift with purchase. You want to see my fun free gift this year? It's the little Fitzy stickers. So I poke people in the chest all the time. So they could get a little Fitzy for their water bottle or their cell phone or whatever. But yeah, so fitsness.com is packed with everything. I'm at Fitsness on Instagram and Facebook and YouTube and LinkedIn. So, but what I prefer is if people reach out. If you follow, great. I'd much rather have friends than followers. So please actually say hi and connect. That would be nice. And then what do I want people to know is that, fitness isn't very complicated. I like to make it understandable,
Yes.
attainable, and fun, but it's just about watching what you put in your mouth. I use the exact formula for weight loss, which is it's mind-numbingly simple and it works every time. But exercise includes strength, flexibility, balance, and cardio. Just aim to get 1% better every day. You don't have to be who you were in high school. You don't have to be like Jalen Hurts. You just have to be a better version of yourself, and sleep really matters too. So health matters in good times, and then if you're in a tough time, health really matters when things hit the fan, whether you're getting a divorce or someone dies or you lose your job. Dive into fitness. It will fix everything. I believe that.
Fitz Kohler, we just so I just got some goosebumps here. Marty, Johnny, seasoned strength, brother. You got some love coming from me to you. He kicked cancer in 2012, lymphoma. Fucking awesome, man. Thank you for sharing that. It's very vulnerable,
Yes.
so I appreciate you sharing that, man. And I'm Fitz. What? So just before that, why do you suspect people maybe are reluctant to share that they've beat cancer? Is it? I think there's that fear. Why is that, Fitz?
Well, I got to tell you, like, I don't like it as the first thing on my resume. So what
Okay.
I am is
Okay.
a fitness expert. I'm
Yeah.
an author. I'm a race announcer. I'm a speaker. There's these things. And oh, by the way, I also happen to have cancer. I don't know. It makes me feel like a victim, to be quite frank. I mean, I
Okay.
used to wear ribbons and stuff and support the cause before I got diagnosed. The second I got diagnosed, I recoiled. I didn't want
Yeah.
any ribbons on me. People would send me like the cancer warrior hat. And I
Yeah.
was like,
Yeah. Yeah.
F that. I'm not on team cancer. So, I mean, for me, it makes me feel like a victim, and I'm anything but. So I could see people just not mentioning it. Now, I mentioned it because I wrote these books to help other people, right? I learned so much during the cancer process that, it sticks with me, and that's fine as long as it's in the capacity where I'm helping other people with and without cancer do better and be better. But yeah, it's very cringe, and people give me ribbons all the time. They go, "Thank you," and then I give them to somebody else. Ew.
May I just maybe throw some words on the table to perhaps try to reframe that? And so I certainly can appreciate everything that you've said. And I have nothing but love and respect for that. I think what happens is that when we go through it, we take it for granted. Yet you don't know. Let me rephrase that. You don't know the impact of your words on how they are going to inspire others when they don't even know it or you don't even know it. And I think that would be my encouragement, perhaps from one human to another, is that in your journey in life, you find a way to recognize that your words are healing, powerful, inspiring, and people need that, Fitz. People need that. In a world where there's so much fucking shit everywhere, they need a beacon of light, and you are a beacon of light. So I can appreciate, because I'm like you. I'm like, I don't want the fucking trophies. I don't want the banners. But sometimes we have to recognize the power of your podium. You have a podium, Fitz, and I encourage you to keep leaning into that, because I can tell you right now by the comments and by the people in this community, they're leaning into what you're saying, and there's power in that, Fitz.
Yeah, well, I put it all down there. I put the words in there because I believe in the power of my words. But I also, like Fitness, for example, it's got my name on it, but my whole brand is for you. It's not for me,
Yes.
And I'm the voice, I'm the mouthpiece, I'm the brain, but it's all about you. And so basically anytime things turn towards me, it's strange. It's strange. And to talk about my weakness and so forth, I just don't wear it as a badge of honor. Like some people love it. They're like, I'm a cancer warrior.
Yeah, I
Look
get
at
you.
me.
I get
And that's
you.
great. It makes me feel weird.
I think it's the same. So we talk about here on the show, and I've talked with Marty often, where some guys come to the show and they'll bring up their faith, and then they'll walk away from it. Like, hold on a second here. Like the faith is part of you. It's your whole. So let's not run away from what makes us, right? So if faith is part of you, let's put that as part of you instead of what I don't want to be a part of. So Fitz Kohler joining us from Florida this morning on Keith, John, Marty, Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, and friends. Fitz, thanks for hanging out with us today. Will you come back sometime?
Would love to, and I love you guys. You all look great, and I love everybody's beard, and including Season Strength. You all are the beard guys. It makes me happy. It's a great start to my day.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Bye.
Right on.
All right, Jimmy, we're going to walk Fitz out of here. We'll do a lifestyle tip with Anderson. We'll come back, reset hour 2. Marty, can you hang out with us, buddy?
Yeah, I'm here.
Awesome. Good. We got that clip.
Cool.
You threw me a message last time. We're going to get after it. Fitz, have a great day, okay?
Cool. Have
Thank
a good
you,
one,
Fitz.
All right. Thanks, guys.
All right, we're going to definitely run with some of the messages that amazing guests just had for us today. There's actually kind of 2 parts to this. So ultimately, when it comes down to it, we all live our lives in a certain way. Sometimes we live our lives not the way we should be living our lives, and we know it, but we're just not doing anything about it. So, and I said this earlier in the show, why wait until something tragic happens in your life to make that change? Why wait to get cancer? Obviously, Fitz, our wonderful guest, she had a very, very amazing life before cancer, but didn't let cancer stop her. But so many people, it's not until they get that scare from cancer that they'll actually make the change. The message is, why wait for a tragedy to make that change that you know you need to make? And then the second part of that is, don't let a good tragedy go to waste. Maybe it's something different. Maybe it's not threatening your life, but when something hits you like a freight train, don't go and hide under a rock. Let that be the motor, that energy, that fear, whatever you want to call it, that's running around in the pit of your stomach. That's energy. Harness that. Don't ever let good tragedy go to waste. So 2 pieces of the tip today. Why are you waiting for something to be tragic to change your life? And then secondly, are you letting tragedies in your life go to waste? Because if you look at it from afar, look at it from that 30,000-foot view, these things are put in our lives to help us be better versions of ourselves. So think about that. Are you letting these opportunities slide by?
All right. Welcome back, hour 2. Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, and friends. Woo, baby. We just wrapped up with our guest, hour 1. Fitz Kohler just joined the show here. What a lot of fun that conversation was. If you guys missed it, I invite you to go back and check it out. She dropped some nuggets, kicking cancer's ass. 100%. Hey, welcome back. If you guys are just joining us, quick recap of what you missed. The great Hoodie Heist. We talked about it in hour 1. Yep. Fitz Kohler handed us a pressure-proof starter kit. We're going to get into deep dive. How much protein do we need, guys, as we age? We're going to talk about it with the human experiment himself, John Anderson. I'm going to ask him straight up, how many grams should I be crushing? Johnny's thinking, just eat lots of fucking pork. No, don't eat pork, as John would say, coming out of his mouth this morning. We heard about his journey this morning as he was brushing teeth. We're going to talk about Morning Loop Reloaded, the dad trip challenge, carrying stuff from the car, purpose over paycheck, and then Community Corner coming up at the bottom of the hour. Maya Reyes, YouTube, LinkedIn, and Substack, the guy who rebuilt his identity with 50 minutes of running a week. We're going to kick it off. Marty dropped off something into my feed yesterday, and when Marty gets back here, we're going to have a little chat about it. It is a little video, a little clip. But guys, I'm going to open up the phone lines in the second hour, 431-300-3005, 431-300-3005. Send me a text, send me a voicemail, give me a call. Let's join the show. Let's have the conversation around what is shaking in your world. And of course, You can join the conversation live in the comments. They're happening. Vertical stream, horizontal stream is all one together. Come say hi in the comments. Jimmy's out there. Rahima's out there. Lauren's out there. Season Strength is out there. Petrocelli's out there. Yes, Fitz Kohler is an inspiration to us all. I agree, John. I absolutely agree. And I'll put a Fitzy sticker on my laptop. And Season Man, I fucking love you, dude, for sharing that with us this morning. Like I said, I noticed that in my experience, I find that people are sometimes reluctant to share their journeys. And the fact that you shared that is really, I got a lot of gratitude. So, Jimmy, let's talk about that clip that Marty ran yesterday. Jimmy, let's run that clip and let's have a chat with Marty about it.
Out of my classroom. There is no AI in my classroom. So you can pack up everything in your bag, pack it all up, put it on your shoulder, and get the fuck out, and we'll talk about it later.
It's called I Hate Reading. It's not cheating. And maybe if you didn't just start fucking attacking me, you could look it up and figure it out. I use I Hate Reading to upload your lectures.
And time to go.
And I ask questions to understand the materials better.
We are not allowed to fucking have it. Close your laptop. Put it in your bag.
I'm not leaving. I paid to be here. You have to teach me, and how I work with your materials outside of class.
It's a quiz.
It's none of your business.
Close your laptop and you may leave.
Fuck you.
Oh. So what struck me most about that video, Marty, and Johnny, Marty, I want to get the Fitz Kohler conversation in a couple minutes, but I want to lean into this one. What struck me most, Marty, was just actually, to be honest, just the lack of respect between two human beings, like just the language back and forth. Like, John, you and I could not have gone to college 20 years ago and talked that way to our professor. We'd be like, who the fuck are you talking that way?
Yeah, I mean, there's no question. I mean, and I think, I mean, the whole thing is way off in fucking left field, but the professor should have basically controlled that situation a little bit better.
Oh, no shit. Hey, John, there's an example reacting over. That's a reaction. That's a reaction over a response, isn't it? Right there. That's a good example.
I mean, because, when that's who's going to take the heat on that is the professor. She's not supposed to be behaving that way.
Yeah. Hey, Marty, so what struck you about that, and what made you want to share that and start a conversation before I get into my opinion on it? What struck you about it, brother?
Well, one, the professor is supposed to set the tone in the classroom. Like, you're the leader. We're going off of you, buddy. So
it took me a second. Once I got back where I could see the screen, it took me a second to figure out who was who.
Exactly. That's the point I'm trying to make. Like,
could you imagine?
That's crazy.
Which is one of these? I was like, is one of these a fucking student? Or, I mean, one of these a professor? Excuse me, or is this two fucking students going at it?
Well, it's cool because we have Season Strength who's a teacher, and we got John Petro as a professor, and they're both like, "What the fuck is going on there?" So Marty, yes, you said, "Okay, what's that?" And that was the second thing that struck you, Marty.
Pretty much the teacher's focused on the wrong shit.
Oh. So
I mean, just do your job. I mean, the goal is to get an A on the test and pass the class, right? Especially you give out the syllabus in the beginning of the semester. Yeah. Why do you care how the information is being retained? I just think it's none of the teacher's business, to be honest with you.
So teachers, I'll just throw this controversial opinion on the table. Teachers are, sorry, Season, sorry, John, before I'm going to say next. You guys are tenure, but teachers are scared. Teachers are scared. They're scared. The job security, protecting jobs, they're scared. These tools coming. So it's like, no, we got to ban AI. Okay. What the fuck? So you're going to expect.
That's like saying, okay, I'm scared of a gun, so I'm going to fucking shoot myself with it.
That's exactly it, John. Like, it's fascinating to me how many organizations are putting up the fucking halt instead of the teaching and the acceptance and the teaching. This morning, woke up, big news to those that want to pay attention. So there's concerns right now that because China is developing these AI models so inexpensively that most North American organizations might adopt them instead of the American ones. And again, I know we can't see that. My point is that this genie bottle is open, Marty. It's open. It's out of the bottle. Can't put it back in. So we got one of two ways. We can teach our children to be smarter and productive human beings, or we can pretend that it doesn't exist and fucking have that episode that we saw in that clip there where that lady's like, no, you can't use it. And that kid's like, fuck you, I paid for this class. I love the response.
I'm surprised. Why did she leave is what I want to know.
Yeah, I agree with John. Yeah.
You should have just said, you can say what you want. I paid, I'm sitting here. You just said you paid, not going to leave. Don't fucking fold so quickly.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and I think people get so caught up on how things should be or how they used to be.
Yes.
Or how they want them to be.
Yes.
And they don't adapt to the times. So I think that's gonna mess a lot of people up too, and that's why you got to teach
professor. She woke up on the wrong side of the bed, man.
I got guess what though? If she went to the gym that morning, do you think she would act like that in class?
No.
Dude, look at her. She hasn't fucking seen the inside of a gym in fucking forever.
Yeah, I know. That's the point.
That was Marty's third point. So hey, let's segue to Fitz Kohler, guys, before we get to the protein conversation. So, John, what struck you most about Fitz? The one thing that struck you most?
Well, what I really dug was the fact that he basically didn't allow this huge roadblock in her life stop her from her passions.
Yeah, me too. Interest, Johnny. Her interest. She's like, nothing's going to get in the fucking way of my interest. Period.
Yeah, I mean, people that have this passion in their lives, they understand the value of it, and they're not giving it away.
Yeah, Marty, what did you strike from it too, man? I really wanted to.
Most people get cancer, and they think this is a fucking perfect opportunity to hide from the life I can't fucking stand.
Well, and then I hate to say it, then it's like then it becomes the journey of perhaps preparing to die.
Yeah, I mean, most people are doing that, and they don't even fuck. It just happens so slowly they don't fucking know.
Yes. Yeah, Marty, what did you take from it?
I wanted to point out how she doesn't like to lead with cancer. Like she wants to lead with, whatever her interest is, what it is she does. And I happen to be cancer too.
Yes.
Right. So that I feel like that just makes her more likable.
Yes. And I can appreciate that, which is why I asked the question of her, because you've heard me say it before with guests that talk about faith, right? Because I, as I'm learning with all the humans we talk about on the show, it's funny how we like to present ourselves, right? Where, I think when we present ourselves as a full rounded, like everything, here's my warts, here's my awards, here's everything, accept me for what I am. If you don't like that part of me, too bad. So I can appreciate that. I think that there'd be more people that would love to hear how she beat the journey and not to maybe run away from that. I understand it, Marty, but I also that's why I said what I said.
I don't think she's hiding it. She's just not trying to get people's attention with it.
Yes, that's fair, John. That's a good way of putting it. 100%. Hey,
she's got people's attention for the right reason already.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yes, I can appreciate that. Yeah.
She has an identity outside of that, right?
Yes.
And I think a lot of people struggle with identity, so that's why they'll lead with something like that,
Yes. Well, and she strikes me as somebody who's very proud, right? And because of that pride, it's like, no, I don't want to get caught up in that, right? Because maybe, we've seen enough people who don't want to fight that. So I don't want to be caught up with that, right? Anyways, I'd have Fitz back here any single day. Petrocelli comes back with a comment on the AI conversation, guys. These are teachers who don't know what the testing effect retrieval practice effect is, which happens to be the very best way to study and retain info. AI is a great assist in making practice tests. And then
I would bet there was some sort of backstory with those two.
Yeah, me too. I would. It's
gotta be.
Yeah, 100%. And then Sullivan comes in with that not leading with cancer is sort of not focusing on what you don't want. I have pre-glaucoma, and I say I don't want full-on glaucoma later, but instead I want healthy eyes. Appreciate you sharing that there, Sullivan. So Johnny, let's have a conversation about protein. Jimmy, I don't think we have an opener for this one. Jimmy.
Hold that real quick. The first thing I'm going to say, and then
what's that?
You know what I'm going to say right out of the gate, don't you?
About protein?
Let's see if you do.
What's my goal?
Yeah, well, I need how much protein? What's your purpose?
What's the purpose? What's the goal? Jimmy, let's run the opener. Let's have a conversation about it.
Protein after 40 goes up, not down. We're looking at why that shifts and what actually works in real life.
Set a real daily number, not a guess. Most men need more than they think. Hard training pushes it higher.
Spread it out. 25, 35 grams per meal beats one giant hit. Start with breakfast if you want strength to stick.
When protein's right, energy steadies, training feels better, and snack chaos drops. That's your signal you're dialed.
Easy wins next. Repeatable breakfasts and a simple spread for busy mornings. No spreadsheets, just anchors.
So I certainly don't want to oversimplify. What my goal is just to work towards Yes, simplifying the question, which is this. I find this question is often asked: how much protein should I have? And then yes, you're going to say, well, what's your goals? Well,
Well,
let's
how old? Yeah, how old are you? What's your purpose? There's a series of. There's too much missing information to answer that question. We can get them moving in the right direction.
But I
The
think we
odds
can
are
take some averages. Right?
it's gonna be more for sure. That's gonna be, but we don't know how much more.
Yeah, but let's take some averages, right? Let's take let's do some games here. So there's a 200-pound guy coming up to you. He's feeling pretty husky. He's feeling fat. He's 200 pounds. Are you simply saying, you've gained a lot of information, but would you simplify it by saying work towards getting your 200 grams of protein in today, or is that too simplifying it, Johnny?
Well, I guess it just depends on the individual. Some people need it to be so simple, otherwise it's not executable.
What do you mean by that?
Well, you can some people, they're well, I mean, there's a fleet of people that just need something really simple so they can go get started.
Yes.
And then there's a fleet of people who then these are the hard ones to identify. They want all this fucking detail and all this information, but all they're really doing is distracting themselves from what they need to do. So you got to figure out, are they one of those people, or do they just need a more detailed set of guidelines?
Okay.
You get really, really fucking smart people that haven't done shit, because they'll sit there and fucking look for the perfect way to do something when it doesn't need to be perfect. Just fucking start.
Yes, I agree with you. I absolutely agree with you. But again, let's not overcomplicate it.
So here's what I'm going to say. You're the average person.
Yeah.
The average person, let's say, is eating 3 meals.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So I'm going to say, first off, let's make it simple. Let's just look at your plate. Let's not do a bunch of fucking counting.
Yeah.
Let's make sure that we understand what macros are, which is protein, fat, and carbohydrate.
Yeah.
And the odds are you're not eating 50% of each meal in protein. Let's start there.
Yes.
Which means it goes 50, 25, 25. Simple. And how are you going to figure it out? Eyeball it. Look at your plate.
Yeah. This is perfect. Yeah.
And then what we're going to do from there is we're going to put some sort of a healthy feeding between those meals. So now we go from 3 to 5. And just by bringing in some frequency, we can get another, 50 to 75 grams in there. So the frequency is people say, well, I don't know if I can eat that often. Well, I totally get it. In the beginning, your metabolism is not going to support that. But once you start to eat more frequently, your metabolism will wake up, because it's like a fire. The more you feed it, the bigger it gets, the more it requires. There's a little bit of a process to get a person to get that protein down, or more frequent feedings down, easier. But those little in-betweeners, so to speak, need to be primarily protein.
So you guys take this for granted because you do this for a living, but somebody might not know that when they're looking at their plate, John and Marty, that like a chicken breast is generally about 25 to 30 grams of protein. So somebody
but we're not counting though. We're using the eyeball trick.
Yes. But I'm just saying though, so if I look at it though, the eyeball, if I have 3 chicken breasts and throughout the day, then in my knowledge would tell me that I'm only getting around 90 grams of protein. You're saying, Keith, that's not going to be enough.
Well, what I'm saying is let's just worry about the 3 meals being 50% protein.
Okay, yeah.
Start there. Let's add in those primarily protein feedings between the meals.
Yes.
And then as you'll start to realize that you're able to eat more as your metabolism wakes up.
Yes.
At that point, your requirement, you're keeping the same formula as 50%, 25 for your meals, and the in-betweeners will get bigger. So we'd keep it simple, because people get lost in all the counting and all you need to know is what is protein, what is the carbohydrate, and what is fat.
Yeah. Marty.
That's all you need to know.
Yeah. No, this is good. Marty.
Yeah, I simplify it like that. I have a very similar approach like John. And so I pretty much just say, look, focus on 3 meals a day. All right, when we get to 3, then we'll throw in 4. And then I will focus on what to eat before workout, what to eat after workout. Focus on carbs before, focus on protein after. So once you develop that, then you can get into counting and stuff. But a lot of people get messed up because when they start, they're trying to count. I need 125 grams of protein. and you're not even used to getting protein in every meal. So the counting can throw you off. But if if you say, all right, if you eat chicken 3 times a day, right, then you'll be somewhere around 100, somewhere around 75, right? That can get people on the right track. But I don't think they need to just go counting. I think they need to simplify it too.
Yeah. So our guidance is, let's get those 3 meals in, 50% protein, 25, Johnny, fats and carbs. Get that 50%. Once you're satisfied with that, work towards increasing your meals to the 4th meal, the 5th meal, always leading with protein first.
I don't even say let's let go of adding more meals for most people. I think of feedings, because a meal represents sitting down with a plate and a fork, put something in you can eat in a Ziploc sack. That'll be an in-betweener. It doesn't even have to be a meal. It can be your 3 meals plus those in-betweeners, which you could have literally with one hand.
Yeah, like a snack. I know the word snack is often associated with crap. That's why. So I'm actually kind of curious about your choice of words, because we do.
Yeah, because snacking is like a hand to mouth thing. It's a behavior pattern, and usually snack foods are fucking terrible.
Yeah, no, it's interesting because that word snack generally represents not good, Marty.
Yeah, I was just going to add, for myself, I don't know if any coaches are watching, but what helps me simplify it is, put yourself in the shoes of the client. So someone who's not used to this, who's never like had to focus on protein, they might think it's stupid, or they might think it's, it's too much, right? They might be overwhelmed by it. So that's another reason I want to simplify it. I just wanted to add that. Mm-hmm. And then like even with season strength share right here, yeah. How about this as easy as 5 fingers equals 5 meals, 5 fists of protein for the day. Even that could be a little complicated. That makes sense to me, Johnny and Keith.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I even simplify it more than that. But you're absolutely right, season strength. So I just want to add that in there too.
Just the phrase 5 meals, too much.
It'll throw people off. Yeah, for sure.
I can't sit down 5. You don't need to. You already sit down 3. Let's have 2 or 3, feedings, I call them, that you can have in one hand.
Yep.
Without a utensil.
This is fascinating to me because, we take this for granted because we talk about this daily, but to somebody who doesn't know this, I see why this becomes complicated. And I don't want to be dismissive, John, of you making your simple statements, and you as well, Marty, and even seasoned, but we know humans just want to be told, right? John, drive from point A to point B at 50 miles per hour. You'll get there in 1 hour. Okay, great. Thank you. But what if I turn left, or if I go a little? No, just drive straight in the line. And that's why people get frustrated with these kind of conversations, is because, and John, you said it, and I admitted it while we started the show with you guys. I was that guy, John, I would have drove you nuts if I worked with you early, because I would have been like, okay, well, how can I get my protein by doing all this?
Yeah, when do I get my first cheat meal?
No, you're right. You're bang on, brother. You're absolutely correct. So I would be that guy, right? Where you're like, this is not going to work because you're trying to fucking game the system. But Marty, you're laughing because there's a lot of dudes and females that still can't wrap their head around actually how simple it is, but yet it seems to be so complicated.
Yeah, I deal with all types of personalities, man.
Yeah.
And even just, me coming here late, just some people like, I don't feel like getting out of bed. And I'm like, just show up, just come late, get the workout in.
Yeah.
You just got to adapt to different people and treat everyone differently. So, you got to follow or hire a coach that works for you. So me and Johnny might be too simple for some people, Some people want to be told what exactly to do, even if it's complicated, and they'll do it. But everyone isn't like that.
Well, that's the whole thing. When I was starting off, you got to identify that person.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
John, what frustrates you most about the protein conversation? Because I know because of what you've done for your life and your lifestyle and how you look, people will talk to you about it all the time. And Marty, I'm going to ask you the same question. What frustrates you the most about this question around protein?
Well, that they can know exactly what to do and choose not to do it, but still ask. they keep asking questions, looking for the answer they want.
Yeah. Yes. looking for the answer they want instead of what science is
What
telling
about
them.
this? What about this? What about this? Well, you've what abouted yourself into a nice fat ass. So let's stop all the whatabouts.
I love that. I the what about. So what about you, Marty? What about you frustrates you with that topic? The same thing?
Man, I could do a whole show on this, but the first thing that comes to mind is, I don't want too much protein. I'm not trying to get too strong.
Oh,
what?
Yeah.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
We've gotten too weak. We've gotten too fat. We've gotten too out of shape. So you just focus on the wrong things. A lot of people got the wrong idea about protein. They think they're going to wake up John Anderson if they eat too much protein. It just doesn't work like that,
I think what frustrates me is just how the world of marketing has decided to add protein to everything. So now it actually confuses everything for guys like you out there who are trying to educate humans because what it does, John, is it encourages the guy to walk up and say, "Hey, John, yeah, so I saw Reese's now has protein in it. Do you think I can have that in my diet?" And you're like, "Oh my God," right? And that's the problem, is that everything we have now, it's like, "Oh, hey, there's now protein ice cream or everything's got protein in it," but it's obviously ultra processed foods. But that to me is what frustrates me, because it's like, "Oh, hey, we know protein is good." No shit, Sherlock. Let's put it into everything, Marty.
Yeah, I was just going to add, a lot of people don't even understand that protein is a macronutrient in food, like our actual food. They associate protein with powders and all artificial stuff and protein bars. They don't even know that we can get it from food. That's another one. I'm like, bro, I'm not telling you to drink 5 protein shakes a day if I tell you to eat, 3, 4, 5 meals. I'm not telling you that. So that's another one that gets me.
Hey, Johnny, tell Marty your morning when you're brushing teeth, because Marty missed our little opener. So Johnny walks in this morning after having a little start to his day that he wasn't expecting.
Yeah, last night Tara grabbed some food, and there was some chicken, some beef, and some pork. Just a little bit of pork, and I don't eat much pork, but it's so flavorful. Clearly that shit didn't agree with me. Is that all night I could feel it was just not. I wasn't feeling well. I woke up, my gut was a little protruded. I was like, shit, that's so sitting there. I wasn't feeling well. So I'm drinking water, doing everything I can to try to flush this shit out of here. I'm taking fucking dumps left and right. My body's trying to get it out. I'm brushing my teeth. One little fucking tag to the gag reflex. Right in the sink.
So
what I do, I rinsed out my mouth, went and did some burpees.
That's the most John Anderson story I've ever heard in my life.
That's beast mode, isn't it, Marty?
John, when's the last time you had pork before that? Had it been a while?
Well, I mean, we like down here, some of the places the way that they do it is so good. So I'll just little accent, it's like an accent. Like you can almost compare it to like bacon, how I would look at pork. Bacon is pork,
Yeah.
But I mean, I got real sick from pork one time. Like, God, I was actually on tour, and holy Christ, dude, they were fucking having to IV me before matches and all sorts of shit. Because I was shitting and throwing up. It just wouldn't stop. Yeah, they were giving me shots so I would stop throwing up and just constantly feed me with IVs. It was crazy. I would be like just dead to the fucking world. I was so dehydrated. They would give me an IV and you could almost just watch me wake up.
Oh my God.
Seasoned strength. My mantra is if it isn't meat, it's a cheat. There you go. That's probably it's probably a page out of Anderson's book there. And Good Time says the food pyramid had us all confused. True story, man. It's they still have that food pyramid today that people still look into. So anyways, Johnny, I know you got to rock and roll. What do you got going on today, brother? What's on your agenda today? You got a training day today.
Yeah, I got to muscle through that sucker. So I know that once I get started, I'm going to feel better. So I'm going to get that rolling. Today's the last day with no visitors. So we got to get the place all ready to rock. We have visitors starting to come in tomorrow and then the next day. And then the race is on Friday, Saturday. So it's going to be it's going to be kind of a whirlwind from here on out, because then we leave on Monday. It's just boom, boom, boom. Yeah.
That's fun. What are you, Marty? What are you going on today, brother?
I'm hitting back day. I got a podcast tonight.
Nice.
And working on my community. So
beautiful.
John, you might get a text later from me.
Let's go, babe. Let's go.
See how it works, man. Yep.
Awesome. All right, boys. Well, I enjoyed the conversation today. We had a lot of fun here today on the show. Fitz was
hey, John, that protein, I mean the creatine is good as fuck too. I meant to tell you that.
Isn't it good, dude? I'm telling
Oh
you,
my
it's
god,
amazing, dude. I'm
yeah,
telling you. Well, I put a scoop in one of these, and I drink a ton of those all day long. It makes them go down so easy.
yeah.
It's the simplest way to get, because with creatine, when you bring it in evenly with your water, it helps the body stabilize that water table so much better than a big serving in the morning and a big serving at night.
no shit.
So I should be doing more than one scoop a day.
Just depends on, but one scoop, I think that one scoop, around a scoop, is like 7 grams.
7 grams.
I mean,
Yeah.
with the new studies, you got to be 25 or north.
Like,
You're never going to catch me on a day less than 75. I try to get 90 to 100 grams a day
Of creatine?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm slacking big time. Okay.
Yeah,
well,
dude, bump it up.
Could you have too much? Like, could you have too much creatine, John? Like, is there such thing as too much?
Well, according to studies at this point, it's almost like vitamin C. If your body can't take it in, it just drops it out. But Mark, you'll notice a difference if you take it after, because there is a certain, with that much, there's a certain little bit of a load. By the second or third day, you're gonna be, fuck, man, you feel better. I mean, some of my clients I get started on this are like, holy shit. A bunch of the anti-aging, some of the leading anti-aging doctors have now put this shit like in their top 10. I mean, right up there with fucking like the wellness clinics. They're going to put growth hormone in there. These guys are putting creatine up in that family.
Fuck. Well, I know I crushed some 315 step ups yesterday, so I'm feeling it already.
Nicely done. Nicely
done.
done.
Because keep in mind, the lower levels are going to be good for the muscles. Well, you want it to get into cognitive function, and
I need that.
That's where it's going. You got to get up 25 or above.
Appreciate
Season strength, John. Where are you off to? Question from season.
Where am I off to?
Yeah.
Well, I'm in my house in Mexico now. So on Monday when we leave, we're going back to the California house for a couple of days, then going to Pebble Beach for a week for Thanksgiving.
Nice. There you go. There you go, season. That's where Johnny's off to. And yep, IV infection is great for puking. Absolutely. All right, boys. Well, have yourself an awesome day. Enjoy the conversation. Be safe. And Johnny, no pork today.
No. Fuck no.
No leftover pork. Is all the pork gone?
No, I fucking threw it away. I
Didn't
don't want to even fucking look at it, dude.
No.
Oh, man.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, guys. Have a good one. Jimmy, let's walk them out of here. Let's keep the show rocking and rolling here on another episode of Mornings Lab. Have a good one, guys.
Have a good loop, my brothers.
All right. Jimmy, let's walk the boys out of here. We're going to reset here with the handsome chief himself. That be me. What's going on, nation? Good morning. Good morning. You are here on Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, and friends. 8 o'clock live morning conversation for men and women too. Right here live on YouTube, X, and over on LinkedIn as well. Hey guys, we had a big show here today. Jimmy, what have we gotten after today? Well, we got into the first hour. We talked morning conversation desk. We had a few things that we got into earlier on in the show. We had a big one here today was Fitz Kohler. She kicked cancer's ass. Yep, kicked it. And she is on her journey in life doing a bunch of other great things as well. She's got a book, You Supercharge, which you guys might want to check out as well. Available probably all over the planet. So I would invite you guys to check that out. We talked about protein after 40. How much do you actually need? The number might surprise you. So I would invite you to go back, listen to that one. And guys, coming up, Maya Rez and myself, we're going to dig into the community corner. We're going to get into stories on YouTube, LinkedIn, and Substack along the way as well. So let's see here, Jim. We did not get to the Car Dad challenge. We're not going to do that one here today. And but I think what I might do is move our journey and discussion over to purpose over paycheck. Yep, true story. 4 ways to make your mission irresistible to talent. Well, let's have this conversation. You ever notice how the best people, they don't chase the biggest paycheck? I don't know about that one there, Jimmy. I don't mind chasing a big paycheck every now and then. But most importantly, all joking aside, they chase the biggest purpose. And I guess when I think about what we are building here, that's probably the truth to it. There's a purpose behind this. The purpose is what gets me out of bed every single day. The purpose is what excites me. I know the paycheck will come. So let's get into it. The 4 moves that could turn your mission into a magnet for top talent who want impact, not just income. Because
today we're talking why mission beats money for the people you actually want on your team. Purpose is real when the work changes something outside this room, and each role can show the link. Values matter when they change decisions. We use simple always and never rules so pressure moments stay clear. Growth keeps people here. Show the next rung inside the team, a clear 90-day step, and who's coaching. Recognition sticks when it's specific. Behavior, impact, standard. Name it in public and people lean into the work.
So, in my experience, purpose-driven teams run hotter on motivation, stick longer through hard seasons, and outperform on innovation and execution. So, if you want that live morning show type culture of ownership, accountability, and momentum, wow, that's great SEO right in there, Jimmy, in the script here. You need more than comp plans. No, you need to give meaning behind your team, modeling, mastery, micro recognition, fueling that daily behavior. Because in my experience, I don't, when's the last time you heard this? This matters instead of this pays. I have never worked with anybody in my life that has said to me, hey, Keith, I really want to work here, but I don't want you to pay me a lot because this is really mattering to me. Right? A little different. So if your mission disappeared tomorrow, who would miss you and why? And what you might want to paint the picture to somebody is, what's the clearest next step to grow here in the next 90 days? So, as a leader, activating an authentic, purpose-driven mission. What's the why? What's the purpose? And sometimes it might be as simple as for us to make as much cash as we want or as we can. And why might that be a bad thing? Live and breathe those core values. So when you're hiring and you're onboarding somebody, promote the values as criteria, not just wallpaper. Right? Operationalize with words like always, never, behaviors per the value. Lean into those values, you guys. Make those values rituals. Right? Make your values a part of your business. If your value is moving, maybe part of the values is we're having moving meetings. Right? Invest in continuous growth. I'm a huge proponent in investing in growth. I think about it from a sports perspective, right? You draft somebody young and you invest in helping them grow. Yeah, I know business is about assets. And yeah, our humans are our assets. Here's the question you have to ask yourself. Do you want to just keep rehashing the asset and getting the next one? Because if you take the time to find the right human and invest in their continuous growth, man, the payoff compounds over time. It could be the greatest investment you make. And then celebrate the progress publicly. Don't be afraid to congratulate them. What skills, what milestones, what's next? In my experience, humans generally want to always do more. I haven't met a lot of folks who, yeah, I'm pretty good here. Okay. I guess I made a bad hire if you're pretty good here. And then recognize and involve your people. So giving that timely, specific praise, involve high performers in decisions, empower folks, and then close the loop. We shipped this because of this. I try to do that often with my small team here in Mornings in the Lab, which is, hey, you know, we are getting, so right now you guys are seeing an uptick on our guests. We're publicly calling out. Rahima's out there kicking ass on the platforms. She's out there knocking on doors. She's out there getting folks to say, hey, you guys want to come on our show? So these guests that we got coming out here, that's the hard work behind the scenes that Raheem is putting in that we all don't see. And then we meet after our show and we correct course. But that's the closing of the loop. So, when I sat down with the team and I said, hey guys, the guests are a core component of our business. We want to dig into it and grow it. It was sitting back there and activating that authentic, purpose-driven mission. Guys, we want guests. Guests are a big part of the business. We know how to deliver on our guests. And then we started living and breathing these core values. And then what I've done, just calling it out here, is I continue to invest in the team. Empowering Rahima, empowering Jimmy, encouraging Patricia. The best gift we can give our team, you guys, is wings, to encourage them to fly so that they can be better, stronger humans, and recognizing and involving them. So guys, here's my invitation for you. If you're leading a team, here's my invitation. You don't need a bigger budget to win a talent war or a talent situation. You actually need to boulder backbone. Yep, true story. Lead with a purpose. Prove your values in the small moments, invest in people's growth, and recognize excellence by name. Name it. Congratulate it. That's how you build a team that shows up fired up on mission, not just on payroll. But guys, it takes courage to do that. And it takes consistency and a committed purpose to do it on a regular basis. Okay, Jim, let's bring Maya Reyes in. Let's get to the community corner this morning on Mornings in the Lab.
It's that time of the morning again, fellas, where we connect YouTube, Substack, and LinkedIn on Mornings in the Lab. This is the community corner. Coming up, a father drops 60 pounds and finds himself with 50 minutes of running a week. AJ Jacobs argues life's chaos is the point and humility is the edge. Plus, Chelsea Lingay says stop being nice, be kind and honest instead. Ready to test effort, luck, and courage? Let's get into it.
What's up, Spartacus? Spartacus is joining us on break. Hey, Spartacus, how long is your break? 5 minutes, 10 minutes, half an hour? Thanks for hanging. Hey, Spartacus, if you missed, I know you did because you're working. Appreciate you, brother. Lots of love from me to you. Listen, we had an incredible guest in the first hour, center stage, Fitz Kohler. We're going to drop the interview later on today. But if you haven't tuned in, I'd invite you to go back and listen to it. Awesome conversation with Fitz Kohler. It was a good one. She dropped nuggets. She kicked cancer's ass, and she is an absolute inspiration for anybody listening in on that one. All right, guys, let's get into YouTube. Running rebuilt his identity 50 minutes a week. They give you 15, eh, Spartacus? Well, this dude, 50 minutes a week can rebuild yours. Nick, a father of 3, ran 1,700 kilometers in 8 months. The transformation, I fucking love this, man. He lost 60 pounds. He improved his 5K time by 10 minutes. The running rebuilt his identity in his 30s. What was the science? I appreciate you, Spartacus, to do that rewind, man. I appreciate that a lot. What was the science? Well, just 50 minutes per week reduces cardiovascular disease, cancer, and mortality risk by 30 to almost 40%. It burns more calories per minute than most exercises, boosts metabolism hours after. It increases the prefrontal cortex activity, self-control, the goal persistence. It's meditation in motion. And it's proven as effective as medication for mid to mild, moderate depression. So challenging runs build self-efficiency. Small wins trigger motivation. Most importantly, it gives us confidence. So what's Nick's advice? Start small. Stay consistent. Gradually increase time or effort, not miles. Listen to your body, you guys. Don't compare yourself to elite runners. Worst thing you can do. Focus on today. Focus on what you got. The effort, the time. Because here's the invitation. Here's the question. You make the decision. What's stopping you from lacing up and running today? Not even tomorrow. What is it? All right. We're going to pivot our attention over to Substack, where AJ Jacobs investigates the famous Forrest Gump metaphor. Life is a box of chocolates, or life is like a box of chocolates. He argues life's unpredictability is wildly understated by this metaphor. Because life is more random. Life is like a surreal box designed by Salvador Dali. The contents are utterly unpredictable. Here's the reality, guys. Luck plays a huge role in outcomes, but we can also manufacture our luck by showing up daily over and over and over and over and over. Both religious texts and public figures echo this. Technology amplifies unpredictability. The world we're living in right now, the rapid tech evolution makes the world more chaotic. Outcomes we could never have planned for. Spartacus, take care, brother. Have a great day. We'll talk soon, okay? Appreciate you, man. But here's the moral insight with this conversation. Recognizing the role of luck helps us forgive the failures along the way. It discourages celebrity worship. It boosts humility. It enables resilience. It cultivates compassion towards others. People prompted to acknowledge luck donate more to charity than those prompted to credit personal action. Skill still matters in some domains, but randomness dominates. Everyone's experience, unpredictable and unique. So, how much of your success do you attribute to luck versus hard work, or is it to both? Maybe you got to work hard to get luck. All right. Chelsea Ling over on LinkedIn. Well, she's the co-founder of Join BTB. No, not Join the Backstreet Boys band. She challenges the notion of being a nice woman. She does. She says she dislikes niceness. Yeah, don't we all? She equates it with people pleasing, conflict avoidance, and superficial harmony. It's like, oh, I don't want to have conflict, so I'm just going to be nice. Well, Chelsea distinguishes being nice from being kind. Nice is about compliance. Hard to argue with that. Oh, the world is nice, so we should be nice as well. While kindness, like our brother Matt Roof, Kindness Rising, 7:30 live Eastern time, kindness is rooted in empathy. It's rooted in authenticity. It's rooted in courage to speak the truth, even when it is difficult. There's that good girl programming, Jimmy. People pleasing and conforming, leading to depression, anxiety, and health problems. But the reality is this: truly powerful women practice kindness, grounded in emotional strength and confidence. Kindness requires emotional regulation, the ability to have difficult conversations. While authenticity is critical to business and interpersonal success, building honest relationships, well, it strengthens community. And Chelsea's conclusion is this: it's not just nice guys that finish last. It's also nice girls. So, as you go through your day today, guys, are you being nice or are you being kind? They're different. And which one is costing you more as you go through your day? Is it kindness or is it niceness? It's the question for the day this morning. Maya, are you practicing kindness, Maya? Are you practicing being nice?
That's a wrap, fellas. Life's a rigged gumball machine. Spin it anyway. Take the mile, tip your cap to luck, say the kind, hard thing, and keep showing up. We want to feature your story right here on The Big Show. Follow us and tag us in your next post.
Hey guys, how much fun do we have today? Woo, baby, we're coming up to the top of the hour. Jimmy, the show's almost over, man. I got that sound effect playing. The outro sound effect. Wow, today's recap. The Loop, we talked about the great Hoodie Heist. I'll be leading into that for a few minutes. Got into some current conversations. Larry Ellison, 80 years old. Now the boss of 64,000 people, Jimmy. Can you imagine? Who's your boss? Oh, Larry Ellison. Oh, yeah? Yeah, me and 63,999 other human beings. It's funny because I always thought that we could only manage like 5 people effectively at a time. Maybe 8. 64,000. Jesus, Murphy. Center stage, Fitz Kohler joined us. A clear starting plan to rebuild fitness that holds up under life. Deep dive, we got into protein. It's funny because I knew the conversation wasn't going to be as simple as we thought it might be, but John leaned into, how much protein do you need, guys, as we age? It's actually simpler than we think. We wrapped up hour 2 with Morning Focus. 4 steps to make mission beat money in hiring and retention. In the community corner, we got into some stories from the audience on running, handling randomness, and choosing kindness. Absolutely kindness. Next show, guys, tomorrow. 1 AirPod in, 1 foot out. We see you. Patrick Boylan from Piano Bar to EdTech. Got a guest coming up tomorrow on the show. How flow state improves learning and practice in music with takeaways that you can use. The morning mindset, common traps, and straightforward reset plan. And then the fridge light philosophy. Does food taste better at a different time of the day? What cravings versus habit? And then we're going to talk about 5 reasons crisis simulations build real resilience. All right. Well, listen, on behalf of the whole gang here, including myself, the handsome chief, we got Jimmy on the buttons, Melissa on the words, Rahima in the community. Guys, we'll see you back here less than 22 hours. Live, 8 o'clock Eastern time. YouTube, X, LinkedIn. Come join the Mornings in the Lab community right here on the channel. And if you're looking to start your own live conversation, if you're looking to start your own live show, you need somewhere to start it, you need somewhere to belong, you need some help along the way, join us inside the lab.live and join our network to help you grow your business through the power of live conversation. We'll see you guys tomorrow, Nation. Thanks for joining up. Thanks for showing up. Live, 8 o'clock tomorrow. Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, and friends.